Betrayed by the Law, The Aftermath, Part 2. The fall of the Iron Fangs and the arrest of corrupt officers should have marked a victory for justice, but in Riverside, corruption never truly died. Daniel Carter, the man who exposed the truth, was now a hero to some and a target to others. He had uncovered the rot in the system, but what he didn't realize was that he had only scratched the surface. A new threat emerges. In the weeks following the scandal, Daniel tried to rebuild his life, but the threats never stopped. Anonymous notes were slipped under his door. His tires were slashed. And worse, he felt the presence of watchful eyes whenever he walked the streets. One night, as he locked up what was left of his store, a dark SUV rolled up beside him. The window lowered just enough for a voice to slip through the night air. "You should have stayed quiet, Carter. Some people don't forget." Before he could respond, the SUV sped off into the darkness. The war wasn't over, it was just beginning. The deep state of corruption. Determined to find out who was behind the threats, Daniel reached out to the journalist who helped expose the Iron Fangs. Together, they dug deeper, uncovering something far worse. The gang was just a pawn in a much bigger game. High-ranking officials, judges, and even politicians had benefited from the corruption in Riverside. The police weren't just protecting criminals. They were part of a well-oiled machine of organized crime, money laundering, and cover-ups. As Daniel got closer to the truth, he became the hunted. The final betrayal. One night, Daniel's worst fear came true. He was set up. A patrol car pulled up beside him while he was walking home. Two officers stepped out. Not just any officers, ones who had survived the purge. "Daniel Carter, you're under arrest," one of them said, smirking. "For what?" Daniel demanded. The officer tossed a bag of drugs at his feet. "Possession with intent to distribute. Guess justice isn't on your side after all." As the handcuffs clicked around his wrists, Daniel realized this wasn't justice. This was revenge. To be continued.